Hi everyone. In this video, you are going to learn about direct and inverse proportion and its applications. And before going to know ratio and proportion, what is ratio and what is proportion? Ratio is the comparing between two quantities. It's a comparison. And what is proportion? If two ratios are equal, then we can say they are in proportion. The two ratios are in proportion. Yes. Basically we have three types of proportions are there. One is direct proportion, another one is inverse proportion, and the third one is compound proportion. But in this video I'm going to explain only direct proportion and inverse proportion with examples, and compound proportion and compound ratio I'm going to do one more video. Okay, let us start. Okay, first we'll discuss about direct proportion. What is direct proportion? Proportion means there are two ratios are involving, we know that. And in the direct proportion, if one quantity is increase and other quantity also increase. If one quantity decrease and other quantity also decrease. So these kind of situation is there, then we can consider the ratios are in direct proportion. Okay, to solve the direct proportion related problems, I want to derive one formula for this. For example, if x and y are two quantities, then if these two are in direct proportion, we can write x is directly proportional to y. Here this symbol we are using for proportional symbol this is. So if x and y is in direct proportion, then x directly proportional to y we can write. And this we can write it as x is equal to some constant and y. When we are equating these two, one constant we have to take it. Now, then what is the k value? K is equal to x by y. If y is sending this side, then k is equal to x by y. So by using this, we can write a formula that x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. So this is the formula we can find for finding the direct proportion. So here why I'm taking the constant k means we all know that if two or more ratios are equal, all ratios are giving the same value, same answer, that we can take it as some constant k. So this is the formula we can use for finding direct proportion kind of problems. Yes, here is a problem. If the cost of 65 tea packets of the same size is rupees 2600, what is the cost of 75 such packets? Yes, whenever these kind of problems given, first read the problem carefully. After that, we have to find what are the two quantities given and what are their values. Now prepare a table like this. And then what are the quantities here? Number of tea packets, take it as x, and cost of the tea packets, that is y. Now in the first ratio, what is the first ratio? Number of tea packets, how many are there? 65 tea packets. What is the cost of 65 tea packets? 2600. And in the second ratio, what is the cost of 75 such packets? That means 75 packets are there in the second thing. So how many, what is the cost of 75 tea packets? If you write this table, able to write this table, then easily you can solve the problem. Now here I told you second thing is, after writing this table, these two quantities are in which proportion, either direct proportion or inverse proportion. For that, you see in the first two ratios, here 65 packets are there and here 75 packets. That means the first quantity, number of packets are increasing here. And what about cost of tea packets? Here 2600 is there. Here how much? That we have to assume. That is, how can we assume that? Here the number of tea packets are increasing, then automatically the price also increase here. So that means what? these two x and y both quantities are in direct proportion. I told you if one quantity increase, other quantity also increase. If one quantity decrease, other quantity also decrease. Here number of packets x is increasing, at the same time y also increase. So the two quantities are in direct proportion. Okay, now we have the formula, that is if these two are direct proportion, then we have to take this formula, that is x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. So here what are the values we have to take it as x1, x2, y1 means here x quantity, this one is x1, this one is x2, and this one is y1, this one is y2. So here we have to find y2 value. As it is, these values substitute in the formula. What is the x value? 65. And what is the y1? Y1 is 2600. And what is x2? 75. And what is y2? We don't know y2 value. So now after substituting, both the side fractions are there. Do the cross multiplication. Then we'll get y2 into 65 is equal to 75 into 2600. Now we have to simplify this equation. By that we'll get the y2 value. Now y2 is equal to, don't multiply these two, 75 into 2600 divided by 65, and that side becomes divides. Now cancellation. Okay, after cancellation we'll get 3000 rupees. For 75 packets, how much amount? 3000 rupees. So this is the way of finding a direct proportion problem. Now we'll discuss about inverse proportion. Inverse proportion means if one quantity increase, then other quantity decrease. Okay, if one quantity increase, other quantity decrease. If one quantity decrease, other quantity will be increase. So that is the thing, it is following in the inverse proportion. For example, x and y are two quantities, then how can we write if they are in inverse proportion? X is directly proportional to 1 by y. This is in inverse proportion. And if we take one constant, we can write k by y. Then k is equal to x into y, x into y. If y is sending this x into y. By using this we can write a formula, that is x1 into y1 is equal to x2 into y2. This is the formula we are using for inverse proportion. Now I'll explain one problem. If 36 workers can build a wall in 12 days, how many days will 16 workers take to build the same wall? Here again, first find what are the two quantities and draw the table. After finding the table, what are the quantities values, we have to fill it. After that we have to check the two quantities is in direct proportion or inverse proportion. So from the question, here number of workers and number of days are two quantities we are finding. And from the question here total 36 workers are there. 36 workers they can build the wall in 12 days. And second ratio, if 16 workers are there, how many days they are taking? This is the question they are asking. Now what is the relation between these two quantities, that we have to find it. Here you see number of workers are decreasing here. First 36 workers are there, in the second situation 16 workers are there, decreased. And what happened, number of days, what happened? If number of 36 workers, they can build the wall in 12 days. If the less workers are there, what will happen? Days will increase. So here the days are increasing, here workers are decreasing. So what is the relation between these two quantities? Inverse proportion. I told you already, if one quantity increase, other quantity decrease. If one quantity decrease, other quantity increase, opposite way. So that is, these two are in inverse proportion. Now if I take the number of workers x variable and number of days y variable, now the values are, the first one 36 is x1, here x2, here this is y1, here it is y2. Again we have to find here y2 value. Anyway, these two are in inverse proportion. Now write the inverse proportion formula, that is x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. And now substitute the values. Here x1 is 36 and y1 is 12, x2 is 16, and what is y2? Now if you are transposing the values, y2 is equal to 36 into 12 by 16. Now after simplification, now you can see after simplification we got 27. That means if 12 days, that means 16 workers, they can take 12 days. 12 days, in 12 days they can complete the wall. So I think you hope understand the problems, and you can solve any kind of these inverse related and direct proportion related problems. You can solve it. And if you are not understanding, see more times this video, and easily you can solve these kind of problems. Thank you very much. Share it and subscribe it.